Well, for me, I would say there is 5. I mean, obviously Joe Hart will go as the number 1. I think Ben Foster has had an outstanding season, and I'll be surprised if he doesn't go as number 2. And then you've got 3 goalkeepers who are all competing for that number 3 spot. Obviously, you've got John Ruddy at Norwich, who's had a very good season, albeit at the wrong end of the table. You've got Forster at Celtic, who's had an outstanding season, but obviously with the exception of the Champions League, he's been playing in Scottish football. And then for me, you've got Jack Butland. Now, Jack went to the European Championships as number 3, and he's been out, went to Stoke, been out on loan at Barnsley, out on loan at Leeds for the end part of this season. He, for me, is the one that's for the future. Now, the decision for me that Roy has to make is, does he take his 2 better ones and take a young lad who has got the potential to put pressure on the other 2 in a couple of years' time, and use this as experience, because very rarely does the number 3 goalkeeper play in a World Cup or a European Championship? Or does he take one of the other 2 who have more experience playing at the top end, but maybe will not play? So I think that will be Roy's dilemma. I think the top 2 pretty much pick themselves. It's who the number 3 is, and I think it's between 3 goalkeepers. We're always looking to improve the quality of English goalkeepers. You know, in an ideal world, I'd love to be stood here saying, well, we've actually got 4 or 5 keepers all playing the Premiership, all in the top half of the Premiership, and it's a really difficult decision which 3 you take, and actually which is your number 1. But unfortunately at the moment, I think it's improving, but at the moment we don't have that situation. And really we've only got the 5 that I've mentioned at this moment, and it's how you divvy those up in terms of, apart from Joe, we know who's the established number 1, is back to his best form again, which is fantastic, because I think we were all slightly worried before Christmas when he went through an indifferent spell, which we all go through. But he's shown his character, he's come through it, and you know, he's back to the best form that he's had in his life, I would think.